A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Friday, May 17th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. Shooting incidents in municipalities participating in the state's Gun-Involved Violence Elimination Program, or GIVE, have seen an overall decrease in gun violence in recent years. The State Division of Criminal Justice reports. In terms of raw numbers, the city of Newburgh saw the largest drop in shooting incidents involving injury between 2022 and 2023, dropping by 43%. The number of shooting victims during the same period declined by 50%, and the number of individuals killed by gun violence fell by 66%. The city of Middletown saw a 50% decline in both shooting incidents and persons struck, and no deaths by gunfire in 2022 or 2023. State Assemblywoman Sarah Hannah Shretha and Senator Michelle Hinchey are introducing legislation that would create the Hudson Valley Power Authority to replace Central Hudson. The primary goal of the new agency would be to serve the ratepayers by providing low rates, reliable service, correct and easy to understand bills, clean energy, community benefits, strong labor protections, and environmental justice. In the early 1900s, there was a prolonged fight in Ontario, Canada, about whether its new capacity for electricity should be owned by private utility or the public. Private utilities lost the fight there, but they've won across the border in New York, said Shretha.
For this particular power authority, because now it's going to be state-owned, it's going to be governed by a board of trustees that it will have democratic representation, and the board of trustees itself will be overseen by an observatory. The idea of community participation and democratic planning is very central to making a public authority successful.
Hinchey said while utility companies provide an essential service, the current utility model prioritizes profits over people, her words. Joe Jenkins, Central Hudson Director of Media Relations, said municipalization is not a solution as New York undergoes a transformative period in its energy landscape. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
A 25-year-old town of Wallkill man was convicted by an Orange County court jury of murder for hiring another man to kill his neighbor. When sentenced in July, Enoch Lowe faces life in prison without the possibility of parole. It was alleged at trial that Lowe hired 24-year-old DeMonte Stansberry of Middletown to kill his neighbor with whom Lowe had a long-standing animosity. At trial, prosecutors argued that Lowe promised Stansberry $15,000 to kill the neighbor, and that Lowe would act as a lookout, informing Stansberry as to when the victim was alone, outside, and vulnerable to attack. On October 30th, 2022, at 5 p.m., Stansberry arrived at the home of the 53-year-old victim and stabbed the man as he was repairing a fence in his backyard. Dozens of law enforcement officers, elected officials, and community members gathered at the Dutchess County Sheriff's Office in Poughkeepsie on Thursday for the annual memorial service to remember law enforcement officers who've made the ultimate sacrifice. Sheriff Kirk Imperati said law enforcement is different than most other careers.
We have a unique and distinct job where we don't know if we're coming home at the end of our shift. Not many people can say that. Never forget what law enforcement does. Never forget those who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. And never forget their loved ones, their families paying a sacrifice as well.
Imperati told attendees that law enforcement is a very close family, reminding those who may have lost a loved one in the line of duty that the families are not forgotten. Sullivan County saw a 4.6% growth in jobs During the 12-month period ending in April, the state labor department reports Ulster County came in a distant second with 2.2% job growth. The Orange-Rockland-Westchester metro area saw just under 1% job growth. Region-wide in the Hudson Valley, the private sector job count in the 12 months ending in April rose by 9,300 or 1.2% to 813,800. A Rockland County court jury Thursday found Bernard Salas of Ramapo guilty on several counts in connection with two separate incidents. This makes the 14th conviction for the 46-year-old. The latest convictions stem from incidents on July 14th, 2023 and December 7th, 2023. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.